There aren't any wheels on this thing.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Suddenly you kissed my wife. Baby, my heart's on fire.
In this mini-review, we will go over the Hot Wheels die-cast metal version of the Star Wars Darth Vader Advanced Prototype Fighter. This fighter appeared in the very first Star Wars movie, or the fourth one, depending on how you want to look at it, which was shot out of the sky by Han Solo. I wonder how Darth Vader felt about that. The Force didn't protect him from those laser blasts, now did it? The package has the simple artwork on the front, title, and also profiles the Flight Navigator, which is included with this toy. The back of the box has the instructions, since the figure is so small that you probably don't actually need an instruction booklet. It profiles other figures that they want you to buy. It also has safety instructions on the back so that stupid people have fair warning if they try to do dumb things with this product once it's unboxed. Let us remove Darth Vader's little TIE fighter out of its package and review it properly. And here is the Darth Vader TIE fighter out of its package and on its display stand, aka Flight Navigator. Back in the day, the die-cast metal versions of the Star Wars vehicles were much larger and had a lot more detail, including opening and closing cockpits. But as this is a Hot Wheels figure, I suppose that it can be forgiven for its lack of size. With texturing on the side wings, also known as the peripheral vision inhibitors, much of the detail that was on the old, larger versions of this fighter remain intact, including the cockpit canopy, the circuitry board detailing, texturing on the inside panels. At the bottom you can see the rivet holes as well as the hole in which you plug in the Flight Navigator. But beyond that, most of the detail is intact. I thought that the TIE in TIE Fighter stood for twin ion engines, but I can only see this one engine block in the back, unless these two tiny divots at the back of the engine block are in fact the twin ion engines. The paint detailing is fairly neat. There is no visible dripping or scratches. However, for a die-cast metal vehicle, this does not seem to have much heft to it. Granted, it's not very large, but it simply feels as if the metal that they used didn't have much mass. Regarding the composition of the advanced TIE fighter, the box says that it is die-cast. And of course, once I saw the word die on it, I had to take a look. But the thing is, it seems that only the central body component is actually made of metal. The wings weigh and feel like plastic, which is a bit of a cheat. But I suppose technically anything that is made with a mold is die-cast, so they're able to cheap out on their consumers and still be technically accurate. The only accessory included is the so-called Flight Navigator. It plugs into a hole at the base of the figure and acts as a display stand, so that you may put it on your shelf without fear of it falling over or having it knocked around by all of the other knickknacks on your shelf. It serves not just as a display stand, but as a play accessory which allows you to fly the TIE fighter around. It says, use Flight Navigator accessory to pilot your ship. Well, let's give the Flight Navigator a try. There. Once you have given your TIE fighter the finger, you may fly it around. Let's try it out. Ooh, pew pew, pew pew, pew pew. Ooh, look at me. I'm flying around my advanced TIE fighter prototype. Haha, look out, Luke. I'm coming for you. Well, the fun kind of wears off after a minute or two, but it does work. I suppose you could also use the flight navigator to have some sort of nice geek wedding proposal to someone that you want to tie the knot with. Get it? Tie.
Oh, darling, you've made me the happiest girl in a galaxy far, far away.
The pluses of this die-cast metal vehicle include high detailing, excellent paint, and a workable pilot navigator accessory. The negative aspects include small size, lack of heft, and the fact that the flight navigator is utterly ridiculous. I give the advanced prototype TIE fighter vehicle 7 out of 10 deaths. And I must confess, if this vehicle were my chosen method of conveyance as opposed to the pale horse, it would probably scare the crap out of you.
I'm gonna get you.
If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone, oh baby. Tell them all and tell me I'm your own.